Hey everyone! Today we're going to be making a pouch that you can use around the holidays or the winter time. We are going to be making it out of felt, and here are the materials that you're going to need. You'll need 2 pieces of felt in the color of your choice in 7 by 3 inches, a marker, a ruler, a pair of scissors, a yarn ball in the color of your choice, and 2 embroidery needles that are pre-threaded. So to get started, I'll show you how to get the shape of the rounded parts of your pouch. What you need to do is take your ruler and you're going to measure about 1 inch on the left side down and about the same on the other side. Do this for all corners. You can see I'm just making a dot on every single corner of the rectangle. Now what we're going to do is just make a general rounded shape along the corners, connecting the dots. You're going to cut along the line, and that gives you the base of your pouch. To get the front pocket of your pouch, what you're going to do is fold this in half, like so, snip, and that gives you this shape. The next step is decorating the front of your pouch. I'm going to do the first initial of my name, and what you will need for that is a pair of scissors, your embroidered needle, and a marker. Since my name starts with a letter A, I'll do 3 points for the letter A so I know where to connect and begin. I'm going to do a simple running stitch for this part. I'll bring my needle in through the back, up through any of the dots, and I'll start with some small stitches by bringing the needle down into the felt, in through the back, pulling all the way, and I'm trying to keep my stitches a consistent length. If you make a mistake and let's say your needle comes in through a part that you don't want, just take it back out and find a good spot to begin again. You can even embroider a snowflake, a smiley face, a snowman. If you really like to embroider, then this is the craft for you. Try to mimic what you see on the other side, or if you want to get experimental, you can do a different amount of stitches per side. Totally up to you. Okay, so I've finished the letter that I wanted to do, and in order to tie a knot on this portion of the pouch, I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to find the closest stitch to where my thread is hanging out of, and I'm going to do a balloon knot. I'll stick the needle under the stitch and pull. Do not pull all the way. You're going to look for this balloon shape, take your needle, and then pop it. Now you can pull all the way, and now it's nice and secure. You can trim this off and place that needle off to the side. The next step that we're going to do is we are going to stitch the front of our pouch to the base of the pouch. We are going to stitch from where the top corner of the front of the pouch meets the base all along this U shape to the opposite corner. I'm going to take my other threaded piece of embroidery floss, and if you'd like to pin this together, you can. For this part, we're going to do a simple whip stitch. You're going to come in through the back, through both layers of the felt, and pull all the way. We're going to continue this all along the U shape. Do not stitch along here because then your pouch won't be a pouch anymore and you won't be able to open it. You can play around with stitch length for how close you'd like these stitches to be. You just keep going in through the back, through both layers. Make sure you pull nice and secure so that you don't have any extra hanging floss or thread. If you know another type of stitch that you really enjoy doing, you can do that for this step as well. Keep your stitches pretty close together so that you don't have any holes, and so whatever you decide to put in your pouch doesn't fall out. We're just about halfway there with our stitches. And remember, we're only going to do along this curved shape. Make your way towards the other opposite corner where we've placed our original dot. If your needle keeps getting stuck like mine is, make sure that you keep a finger where your floss is to avoid any knotting. I'm using my index finger and I'm placing it in between to make sure that there's no knotting. Since this is a winter themed pouch, I decided to use white because I think it really pops out on the blue. Similar to how we ended our embroidery before, now that we've finished our whip stitches, we're going to find the closest stitch, slide our needle under, and pop a balloon knot. If you'd like to do an additional balloon knot to make sure that it's really secure, feel free to do so. Trim any excess. So now you can see this pouch is essentially complete. I'm going to pop the back piece inside to close it up, and we have one more step. I decided I want to make my pouch wearable, so I've taken my yarn ball and I have cut a piece of yarn that is 24 inches. Now what I'll do is I'll take my hot glue gun and I'll pop back out the flap of the pouch, and I'll stick a drop of glue just right where the edge of the front flap meets the back flap. Be careful with this part so that you don't hurt yourself. Just tap it lightly and it should dry in a few seconds, and we'll repeat that for the other side. Pop this open so that you can really get the glue in there. Drop the edge of the yarn inside and dab it shut. If you want to press it against whatever surface you're using, there you have it, your own pouch for the holidays. Feel free to get creative with this. You can do experiments with different sizes, different embroideries, anything you'd like. Happy holidays and happy crafting.